All right, Shalom, Shalom, giving all praises to Abu Nabi Yahweh, by Shem Shai, by Shemar Kakodash. The Bible given to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us to the spirit, peace, and much love, and citation of Israel. The so-called Negroes like to make sure just Israel quote this Bible. I tell them, God, see, in 2021, he's named the cover Lord Yahweh Shai. In Sirach 2:1, my son, if thou come to serve Yahweh by Shem Shai, prepare thyself for temptation, set thy mind aright, and constantly endure. When we come serve Yahweh by Shem Shai, we must be ready for temptation. We must be ready for all things. Set thy mind aright and constantly endure the afflictions, the hard things that we go through, because this shit is hard, man. You know, the things, the emotion that we feel living this life, the things we go through, the mental battles, the physical battles, the spiritual battles. You know, we go through this for a reason, to make us strong, and for Yahweh Bashim Shai to endow us with light, and so we can be his elect. You know, because Yahweh Shai had to go through a lot of different things. He had to suffer many things for our sakes. He had to suffer the cross. He had to suffer the beatings. He had to suffer the being talked about, suffer the being called a nothing, you know. And we go through those same things as well. But Yahweh Shai was just more increased because he was that sacrifice for us, the elect. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation and set thy mind aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Exactly. So when you're going through this shit and it's health and it's rough, and you like, damn man, you know, Yahweh Shem Shai, Allah Shai, have mercy upon me, light up on me. He's gonna do it. You know, you just have to wait upon the Most High and let the Most High, you know, increase you in the end, because we're gonna get the end. We're gonna get the latter rain. You know, we're gonna get the rain which is coming now when Yahweh Shai returns and destroys America. This is what we're gonna receive. We're gonna receive that latter rain. You know, and when Yahweh Shai returns, he's gonna give us that. He promised us that he was going to give us the latter rain. Let me go back to cleave unto him and depart not away. Cleave unto the Most High and don't depart. You know, whatever it is that we go through, don't depart from Yahweh Shem Shai. Even though it looks bad at times. And a lot of times, we're going to find ourselves in bad situations, especially we're coming into now. You know, with America and these food shortages and the Esau pushing his vaccine and all these things of that nature, we're going to be going through a lot of different things, and it's not going to look too good. We're going to want to, like, oh man, you know, things looking shaky. Things are looking rocky. But we have to have that faith in Yahweh Shem Shai that he's going to be with us through all those things and trials and tribulations that we go through, no matter what it is. No matter what trials come our way, no matter what predicaments come our way, we have to cleave unto the Most High. Set thy mind aright and constantly endure it, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. Whosoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. So whatever is brought upon us, take cheerfully. Even though it sucks, man, and it's hard to enjoy suffering. You know, when you go through a situation, it's hard in that time to rejoice over it, because you know you in the flesh. You in the flesh, but you have to understand it's a spiritual warfare that we're under. It's a spiritual battle. So everything that we go through is spiritual. It's not carnal. So we have to seek things on the spiritual sense and rejoice that, oh man, Yahweh Shem showing me his love. Show me that he cares for me, because the things that he got me going through is making me stronger. It's making me a better man of the Lord. It's making me a better prophet. It's making me a better overall brother. It's forming me to be a king. So we have bruises and battle scars. We have stories to tell. So we can have stories to tell. You know, because in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have stories to tell about us. They're going to be telling stories about us, about our tribulations, about our trials, about our hard times and our bad times and our good times. You know, wherefore it is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. And be patient when you return to a lower state. And that lower state, being on the lower state, you're in your lowest point. You're feeling like, damn, everything done collapsed. Everything just done fucking just smacked you in the face. You done got hit by a truck. You know, that's at your lowest point. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Salakia. Whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. And that's it. Gold is in the fire, and acceptable men in the ways of adversity. And this is adversity, man. This is heavy adversity. We go through a lot of adversity. We're fighting for us, knowing that we'll be there for. We're fighting for the rights of being called back, being in Israel. That's we're going through adversity daily. People, we go through adversity with people daily. People don't, man, understand, man. You know, but we know the adversity that we go through in our lives. That's adversity. Things that happen to you in your life, you're like, man, what the fuck was that about, man? That was the Most High putting that adversity upon you, putting that heat on your ass. Seeing you, can you withstand that heat? And if you're of the elect, you're going to be able to stand. If you're of the Most High's chosen, you're going to be able to stand in that heat, in that furnace of affliction, in those hard, rigorous times. Because it's really honestly, this ain't shit, man. This is nothing. We can take more. We can take more pain. We can take more because we're gonna be able to conquer all things through Him that loves us, which is Yahweh Shai. We can never lose. We can never take an L. It might like we taking L's on this side, but we're about to take the biggest dub on the planet. Where everybody else is about to get put to death, we're about to get salvation. We're about to be saved. We're about to be get immortality, forever live, forever be forever, without beginning or end, but to last forever. That's how we're gonna be, right? For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the first of affliction. Believe in Him, and He will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in Him. Yea, the fear of the Lord, wait for His mercies, and go not aside lest ye fall. Yea, ye that fear the Lord, believe in Him, and your reward shall not fail. That's it. Believe in Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Our reward is not going to fail, man. Our reward of the kingdom of heaven, it's not going to fail. It's not going to be short. It's not going to be seen short. It's not going to be seen undercut. We're going to receive it, and we're going to get it through our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, right? Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for His mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. Yet fear the Lord, believe Him, and your reward shall not fail. Yet fear the Lord, hope for the good, for the everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generation of old and see did any trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and was comforted, or did any abide in His fear and was forsaken? For whom did He ever despise that called upon Him? I said, who the most ever despised when He called upon Him? Because when we call upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushua daily, us brothers do this work. It's like we go through different shit, man. When you deal with things, man, you get chastised in the Most High. You deal with fucking demons. You deal with people. You deal with issues with people that, that shouldn't really be around you. But let me go. For the Lord is full. It's like ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generation of old and see did any trust in your Lord and was comforted, and was confounded. Salakia. Or did any abide in His fear and was forsaken? Or whom did He even dispute that called upon Him? That's it. So who the Most High dispute who called upon Him? Because even in the prophet's spirit, the Most High was still there. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua always displeased for His elect. And that's why our scripture say, right, I'm going to go back to Ecclesiastes 2:1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation, and set thy mind aright and constantly endure, because we go through different things in life and situations that happen, and it hurts, and it does. But we have to always remember that, hey, look, these things are for reasons, and we go through these things for reasons, and we have to thank Yahweh Hashem Yahushua for our blessings and for our curses. We have to thank the Most High for the things that we have and the things that we don't. And we got to keep pushing forward and make sure that we're doing this work in truth and sincerity and ruling well, and making sure that we're being diligent to make our call and election sure. Because we're not worried about this world and the people of this world. They're gonna be fucking destroyed. That's just their destiny. Our destiny is salvation in the arms of our Lord Yahweh Shai. So we're not concerned with the people of this world. We're not concerned with the fashion of this life, but this fashion of this life passes away. That's why Scripture said again. I'm gonna say it again. Sirach 2:1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. Set thy mind aright and constantly endure it, and make not haste at the time of trouble. That's it, constantly endure, set thy mind aright. So when you go through a situation, you always make sure that, hey, look, the Satan, get back on track. How about you now? Try and cast that shit away. Whatever, and that shit that's bothering you, let that shit go. It's not worth it. Especially if us being kings, that shit ain't worth it, man. It ain't nothing. Especially if it's a woman. It just like I said, Isaiah 4:1 says that Isaiah 4:1 speaks about one man shall have 7 women. There's many women out here, So why just worry about one? At the end of the day, the Most High made the Israelite man to have multiple women. So one woman really honestly doesn't even matter. All right, women don't even matter on this side because most women on this side really ain't shit anyway. All right, they're just they're not worth the fuck no way. But that's why our whole goal was to get the kingdom of heaven where everything's gonna be set right and in order. And that's what we have to constantly endure. We have to endure those afflictions. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the furnace. So every time you see anytime you try to see anybody melt gold, they put gold under high pressure volume of heat. Because when you put gold under heat, you melt it, but you can form it any way you can, and you polish it, and it becomes beautiful. That's what we are. So the things that we go through, we're being purified to be beautiful. It's like a gym. You find a gym, you dust it off, you put the heat to it, and then once the heat finally comes off of it, and you form it nicely and you polish it good, it's shining, it's beautiful, and it's glorious. And that's what you brothers are, the elect. That's what we are. In the sight of the Lord, we are those precious jewels that are being pushed under that heat. And we're being, we're being formed and fashioned to be beautiful in the sight of the Heavenly Father and His Son, to be hopefully taken in by Yahweh Shem Yahshua with gracefulness and glory, But let me get this real quick in Isaiah. I think Isaiah 4:1. Just remember, because in the day, we're kings. You brothers out here, you the most precious thing. You brothers that had this knowledge of this truth. You're the most high value man. You're the most high value man. You had the most value of all men if you're of the elect. Because the Lord is dealing with you. You got value over all men. Every Israelite that's on the planet Earth, you're over all of them. It's not being seen yet because, like I said, we're in these bodies. But when Yahweh Shah returns, the Lord's gonna make it manifest on who His men were, who His prophets were, who were the ones He were dealing with. It's Isaiah 4:1. In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, and saying, we shall eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name and take away our approach. And that's coming to Jacob's trouble, which is now because all hell's gonna break loose in America. And you're gonna have women they're gonna get back in order. And they're gonna be looking for a certain type of man. The niggas is cool right now. The party niggas and niggas are partying and shit. Them niggas, them the in niggas right now. Them niggas they're the in guys right now. But us brothers that are, that are in the truth, hey, we're not being looked at in that sense right now. But when it happens, it's gonna happen, and instead we're gonna take hold of one man. Right? In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name and take away our reproach. And I'm gonna get Isaiah 14:12, because Lord refers the Israelite man to be His precious. Let me get this real quick. This is Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a wedge of Slaki. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man to go the wedge of Ophir. So the Lord said, I'll make a man more precious than fine gold, even the wedge of Ophir. And Ophir gold is the most precious gold you could ever find. There's no gold more precious than the gold of Ophir. And us being, we're precious, man. And to go back to the word precious, to mean to be praised, to be esteemed, to be highly valued. The Israelite man isn't highly valued. And at the men of the Lord, the elect, we're not highly valued on this side. We're not seen to be high value men, but we're very high value in knowledge, in understanding, and wisdom. And that's going to make our value shoot up when all hell breaks loose. When the party niggas ain't going to be looking dumb, going to be looking stupid, we're going to have the juice, And we're going to be, Yahweh is going to make sure that we're going to be okay. And that's when the 7 women's going to take hold of one man. So why worry about just one woman at the end of the day? There's plenty of women. The Lord made more women than He made men. For men to have more than one woman and indulge in that. So at the end of the day,
one woman don't even matter. And if you have a woman on this side and if she's pleasable to deal with it, you deal with it. But if she's not, let that shit go, man. Because it's no point. It's no point to deal with something that's a fucking burden. You know, that's a fucking irritation. But that was, I said, I don't, it kind of went a little bit of two places at once. I kind of want to stay at one point, but it jumped to somewhere else. I just want to give all prisoners to Abba Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Kadash. With that, Shalom.